Hello students, and welcome to Lesson 7, Day 4. We're going to be looking at Deck the Halls, by far the hardest piece so far. Okay, we're back in our G position. I'm going to play for you the whole song, the second part of the song. You've already played the first part. A lot of new notes in the right hand and a lot of new techniques. Let's go for the easy stuff first. First, the chords. We've got our three basic chords. We start off on our D chord, F sharp, A, and D. Then we go to our G chord, another G chord, another G chord, then G, C, E. Then we've got to do the hop down from the C chord, G, C, E, to F sharp, A, D, or your D chord. And then in the next line is a lot like what you've done before. You've done that exactly before in part 1. Here's the last two measures: C chord, G chord, C chord, G chord, D chord, G chord. So I would take time to learn the left hand chords. You already know them, but just go through them in order. Now, if you've got a really good ear, you may realize that some of these chords aren't exactly like what you've heard before. I mean, it's not going to sound bad, obviously, but it may not be the exact same chords you've heard before in this song. Whenever you teach piano and you're starting people off, you want to kind of take things simple, then gradually get more and more difficult. There are a few extra chords in this song that I simply didn't put in because it's a little bit too difficult at this point. Because this is going to be a difficult song for right hand, so I simplified the left hand for you. Okay, let's look up at right hand. Pretty easy at the beginning. 1. Those first two measures, fairly easy. You're just going 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Don't forget to count those dotted quarter notes. We talked about that in our last lesson. You can count 1 and 2, or you could count 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Now here's where it gets difficult. We're in measure 3 of this song in the right hand. I'll do this very slow. First part, don't forget that's a C sharp. He made it sharp just for the purpose of this measure. Then we do this. I'll play the third and the fourth measure one more time. Now look what I did. I played the third measure, then I moved my entire hand and put 3, our third finger, on E. Now why did I do that? Well, first of all, I don't want to do some sort of awkward motion where I have to turn my hands like that. Don't do that. This is what I call the picking up the hand technique. It's pretty self-explanatory. We pick up the hand and we move it. The reason I'm going to put 3 on E is because the highest note I'm going to have is this high G. So 3 on G, 4 on F sharp. Don't forget every single F in this song is F sharp. And then 5 is on G. So I'll do it one more time. Move. Okay, that's just why I simply called the picking up the hand technique. From time to time that's very useful. Let's put it with left hand. Okay, now we're on our second line. How are we going to get back into the original position in right hand? Easy. We're just going to pick our hand and move it back to here. So move it. Doesn't that sound familiar? You did that in the last lesson. That's similar to part 1. Well, actually, the exact same thing as part 1. Let's add the chords to it. This is the second line. Pretty easy. We've done that before. I'm not going to go over that now. Here's the last two measures of the song. break this down into different techniques. I'm in my basic position. I do the first part. Then I stretch up to E, go down to D, go down to C, then go down to B, then to 1 on A. Now how am I going to get to this G? Remember this technique, the throw over technique. Remember the first part? When I threw over to there, we did that in the last lesson. You can do the same thing here. Pretty easy to do that. Now let's add it to the left hand. I stretch up to the E, and I flip over to the G, and I end on 2 on G. You may wonder, why can't we just do this? This is what I call the thumb hop. Or you can do this with any finger. It's very common with the 5-finger too. People run out of fingers and so they just hop. The disadvantage to that is it sounds very choppy. Listen. Whereas this sounds much more connected. Understand that. Okay? Once you get this down in basic format, some possible variations could be a rolled chord. Could you do the march style chord here? A few places. Then you could go back to rolled chords or simply block chords. I would say on this, if you're not an experienced pianist, just try to do it the most simple way you can, because you're going to have some harder times with this pick up the hand technique and this stretch technique and this throw the finger over technique. Okay? I will see you in day 5 and we will do our ear song.